second you wake up, just keep checking. What's the world's reaction to the day that has been? Hoping there'll be some loving, clicking, pushing, shoving. All this double tapping's got my mind in a spin. Why don't you just call? Why don't you just call? Use your telephone, why don't you just call? Why don't you just call? Why don't you just call? Break out from your cell, why don't you just call? Get up, see what you're doing. Fed up with all the queuing. Hold the line, please caller. I'm connecting you now. Hello, operator. I'll hold. I'm a waiter, hanging on the telephone so long. Let's power. Why don't you just call? Why don't you just call? Use your telephone. Why don't you just call? Why don't you just call? Why don't you just call? Break free from your cell, why don't you just call? Why don't you just call? Check the number. Check the number. Check the number. Check the number and dial again. Why don't you just call?
Good morning, Pearly.
Why don't you just call?
Happy Sunday.
Use your telephone, why don't you just call?
Welcome. Another rainy day in North Carolina.
Why don't you just call?
I think the other
Break out from your cell, why don't you just
one snoot's eating and the other one's snoozing off camera over here. And I'm working on yesterday's Hodag. So I went ahead and started some of the color work for it. I figured this will maybe take us the first hour, finish up. I made a full pot of coffee, so I think I'm set. You have a good Saturday? we played Yahtzee last night. We hadn't played that in a while. One of the gifts we got for Christmas. Just like the old like dice games from childhood. Games of chance. Alright, let's see here. So I moved, the only changes from yesterday on this is, other than the color, is I moved the mouth over so it's more centered over the nose. That's really it. Most of the rest of it is like I added the little spiky claws. And so today we'll finish up. I need to do the spots. So he's a bit more like this guy. Stuff like that. And then probably, yeah, and then we'll do the card, that together. Make him the king of, what was it, clubs, I think, or spades? What do we need? Have we got the king of diamonds yet? Yeah, this guy. You know what, this guy would actually work better for the clubs, maybe. Move him up here. He's got like kind of these diamond shapes. Yeah, so we can move him around. do. What are you doing? Here. Huh. Coming over to get your butt scratched? You all eat all the food? Girl, go lay down. A wild chonk appeared. There you go. Yeah, I like this much better than what we'd done with the little zigzags up here. Now let's kind of mirror image them. Yeah, there we go. Guys, you do anything exciting yesterday? I made French onion soup. Went out and bought like went grocery shopping the other day. I got a ton of onions because we were out, so I just bought like a couple of those massive bags that they sell. I was like, oh, you know what would be good? Rainy weather French onion soup. I have a really good recipe. Like one of my favorite soups. Oh, you back, Luna? Hi. What you doing? Yeah, we haven't made bread in forever. We're gonna need to buy more yeast. We're every time we swear we're gonna make bread, we never do. So the yeast goes bad. Or just gets old and it doesn't it doesn't rise. No, I usually just buy like a French loaf and bake it. With the cheese on top. Oh, keep it in the freezer. Hey, that's a yeah, I never thought about that. That does make sense. Scooted the mouth over. I need to like adjust some of this stuff here. It's dark outline coming from. Oh, that's the teeth. Okay. Here on this layer, let's unlock everything, but it's, yeah, this probably. Yeah, there it is. Oh, you know what? I think I just come up here, let's edit the warp. Probably horizontal, go this way with it. Here we go. You too. Move this tooth over. probably just grab, yeah, that, and go this way. Onion rye is so good with warm butter. Yeah. We, what bread do we like? We usually just get like the Italian or the French loaves. Bake them. Then when they get too old, I make croutons out of it all. I have a whole batch of new garlic restaurant croutons. Ew, we love our bread. What's that? There it is.
Sun goes down, our spirits fade. Nothing left but our energy.
Alright, I'll paste that behind here, so paste in back. I think that should do it. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That works. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's better. It was bugging me. The I had the nose like off to the side in the middle of the mouth. It was like right here. That Egyptian perspective working right. If I could just click these four, let's align that up. Spacing like that. There we go. Alright, face is done. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the claws like that. They're supposed to be white. They're not going to show up if I make them white. So it could do, what if we tried like gray? Oh yeah, actually I like that. Yeah, that works. Add in extra, like a little bit of a fold around the mouth. Let's do something like that right here. And I said yesterday I wanted to use like more brown in this one, so I think I'm going to make the spots. These, probably do these brown, so it's a little bit not quite the same as this guy. So tomorrow I go back to work. All my vacation days, I used them up amazingly. I don't even remember what the last thing was I was working on. We'll have to see. Alright, let's see. Another one up here, maybe? Very quiet morning. We're only up till midnight. Alright, let me see here. Oh, let's try, since we're gonna go brown for most of it, let's do maybe one of these. Oh, actually we're in this palette. So like something like that, which is the same as this color. Yeah, I think that'll work. So do that. All right, let's work on these now. I think so. What I'll do is expand them out. Let's make it. Go ahead and get a copy just in case. So let's say object expand appearance. So we should just have the shapes now. I want to get the insides. Copy that. We're gonna move it down to color layer. So I'm gonna paste in front. Get rid of the outline, and we'll fill them in. Could go stick with the green. Check this. I don't know. We could go darker. Let's have the image pulled up anymore. Let's look him up real quick. Hodag. Okay, oh, like white spikes. Alright, got it. Yeah, maybe we go like gray. So we fill them in with like the same nail color. So they'll be offset like that. Say Control 8, turn them into a compound path, and then grab, I guess, this one of the textures laying around. Let's go ahead and draw it inside. Place this in there. All the way up and around. Like so. This. Debating whether or not to use like a green outline on them. Yeah, I think maybe we go with the brown outline. All right, let's go ahead and start doing the bumping things over and out and misaligning stuff. And for almost all of this, I'm just gonna nudge it down to the left as the kind of the start of it. That gives us like the highlight kind of on the edge. It's over.
Gorduchinho, magrinho, baixinho, gigante serás, meu amor, a distância nos separa. Mas nos anos 70 felizes seremos os dois. Mas no ano 70 felizes seremos os dois.
There we go. So I'll move this over. I don't want to see this part of the body through the, what would be the arm highlight, so we'll just draw in just like a white line. Now kind of hide that. Let's super it out. So that's fine. Okay, move this now. Bump that down just a bit. Line it up like that. Now let me try a different color for the the lighter part. Yeah, I think lighter. It's fine. So we'll do that. So it kind of matches these here. Check some of the other ones. So he's got a fin. It's mostly darker. Anyone else? Anyone else with fins? Yeah, so they're for the most part, they're just lighter with some outline stuff happening in them. Yeah, like this guy. Probably do the scales. That might work for the Hodag. Is he a scaly monster? No, he's a furry guy. All right. Could you open your color layers to show us the ones that have draw inside? The wait, what do you mean? Open the color layers? Like over here? Yeah, I think there's... If the clip group is what the draw inside is set as, I've never actually gone through the menu like this for the layers palette. We have, yeah, so really everything. Anything on this bottom layer here. If I turned off all the lines. Anywhere you see a texture. Everywhere the sun touches Simba is drawn inside. I'll probably, since I really want to work in some more brown, we'll probably do like some spots along the spine here to make it a little bit more blended in. Right now it looks just sort of like pasted on.
Hello, stranger, Yankee. Bienvenue, welcome to visit. Pour vous, j'allume la grande fille de lumière. Very typique, la French totoche, il fait tatache, titi, gavroche. Quand Walt Disney prend la bastoche, Barry Musée fait les popoches.
Grab that and then hit the, yeah, like something like this. And I can paste it inside the body, so I'll select like this darker kind of underbelly right here. Control F, paste in front. That'll drop the brown kind of splotchy stuff in there. Be a bit heavy.
Fais chauffer la visa à défaut des méninges à Saint-Germain-des-Prés. Y'en a du beau linge entre Zadig, Voltaire, BHL et Gap, ainsi par les Arabes. Je t'emmène à Pigalle voir Amélie Poulain. Récupérer ma com dans son bar à tapin. Tu veux du gay Paris, des clichés de Zazou, faites cheese.
Again, if I just make the stroke bigger, it'll make the brush pattern bigger, so kind of reduces the amount of them, but just makes them all generally like larger splotches. There we go. Yeah, now I have a piece I can kind of move around. Copy that. Let's paste another one up here. Kind of matches the fingernails a little bit more. Let's see, is he hairy and green? No. Head of a frog, grinning face of an elephant. Okay. Thick, short legs. Got it. Back of a dinosaur. Okay. Head with long spears at the end. We can make them longer. Let's see. I'm looking for like a color specifically. Like everything I've seen is green. If he's hairy. I guess we'll just leave it green because I'm not sure. Our in-house expert isn't here yet. Hey, fake but synthetic. Using your mouse, right? Yeah, just the mouse right now. Seeing people using drawing tablets. Yeah, for this part of it, I'm using just the mouse because I'm having to kind of move points and stuff around. When I start them out, sometimes I'll use the drawing tablet. It's kind of like a manticore. But yeah, for the most part, like, I normally don't use a drawing tablet a whole lot because it is kind of shaky. I mean, it would be fine for these guys, but yeah, a lot of these are just like straight lines and stuff, so it's the drawing tablet just makes it a little bit harder to do them. Right, let's see, I need. So let me put these spots on this layer. I can't see through all the color we've got. So let's do them here and then we'll move them. Grab all these, let's cut them, block that layer back up. We'll go back to the color layer. Yeah, probably, if we dropped them on the top. Yeah, this seemed to do better on this layer. Still need to figure out what to do with these spikes. They don't quite look right. Well, let me jump back to the article. Hodag description, maybe? Fearsome critter, large bullhorn carnivore with a row of thick curved spines down its back. I'm just looking for a color. I love this one though. That's awesome. That's hilarious, like weird taxidermy. Well, if he's got thick curved spines, maybe that's what we're missing. We should just maybe change these up. We could repeat the horns from the ball. Let's do that. Let me let's hide these. So Control 3 and we'll just hide them. Hey Hyrule, good morning. The report said they used a Hodag on Scuba. Yeah, and I think J.K. Rowling used Hodag in one of her books. Happy New Year, everybody. So if you guys are just getting here, we're like 30 minutes in. We're working on the Wisconsin Hodag illustration for the next card. I think we're up to 48. It's gonna be the king over here. Like King of Spades. Unless we like shuffle these around a bit, he may wind up being like the diamond. Then we move this guy to the spades. Yeah, undecided yet. I think we could get away with like using these horns for the back. Let's try it. Let's unlock everything. Go ahead and grab so they're not quite as big. There you go, we'll just loosely follow what I've got there in the sketch. Go ahead and lock everything else too, so I don't accidentally move something. Then if I put one at each point where there's a tail spike, or one of these. Oh, what did I move there? There it is. I was gonna say, what what happened? Okay. Make sure that's all locked. I'm gonna go ahead and save too right now. It's getting sketchy. And then just to make it easier for some of these away. Selected. Oh no, yeah, see, Illustrator's doing that thing where it thinks I have something selected when I really don't. Come on, what is select? See, it's weird. It's like the bounding box is how gigantic. I wonder if it had anything to do with me locking the other shapes. I run into that every now and then where it'll Illustrator like phantom select some big object somewhere. Alright, probably to maybe lighten these up a bit. Let's lock the layer, like the darker, this darker shade here, maybe move that down some. Yeah, a bit like that. Oh, you know what? The spots went away in here. Hold on. Where'd they go? Remember we had like the brown spotted like texture in here? Let's add it back. Where did you go? Oh, there it is. That's weird, yeah. So Illustrator's like losing pieces, like visually. Illustrator would never do that. Glitch out. What? Yeah, what about something like that? It's kind of interesting. Alright, let's go with that. If he's got curved spines down the back, like this, we could probably, space them closer together in ours. The Hodag. There's costumes and everything for it. I need to go and visit statue. I want to go on a road trip where I just go to all the weird places with the like Bigfoot and hey, Fakefoot Synthetic. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, good morning or afternoon, I guess, if that's where you're at. The spikes are gray though. Yeah. So we probably could do a little bit of a rework on the color. That's no big deal. Like if we went with the gray, we'd also do it here. Yeah, I knew there'd be like color changes near the end. There always is. But anyway, yeah, a road trip to go see like all these weird monuments to Bigfoot and Hodag and all. The wackiest of the attractions. We actually, you know, we seriously like doing that. That we were coming back from, this is years ago. We were up at a place called Dollywood in Tennessee. Think of it like, you know, Six Flags or a big amusement park, except it's completely Dolly Parton themed. So we were there and we're driving back. We had like rented a cabin and everything. It's awesome. It's so much fun up there. And we're driving back, and the road we chose, they're like, what is this? There's like the in the States we have a food called Bush's beans. It's like canned beans that you would cook at a barbecue or a cookout. And their factory is there, and they have all these commercials with the owner, and his dog is always giving away his secret recipe. Or maybe the dog isn't giving, I don't know. Anyway, he's got like a talking dog. And their factory is there, and you can tour it and get your picture with Duke the dog. And so we stopped there and spent like 4 hours like hanging out at the Bush Bean tourist attraction. It's basically what it is. So for these, to change them from the brown color to gray, we'll just select the fill, swap it over to maybe like the medium gray, like that. We do that with the horns too. See, instant switch. Let's do the teeth as well. Yeah, even that medium gray is not bad. Let's turn off our sketch. Yeah, that kind of cleaned it up a bit. So we'll swap this color, maybe just the light gray. I think the light green works for that. So we'll leave it light green. Come up here. Let's finish changing all these out to the lighter gray. Like so. Select them all. Not that. This is part of why I don't use the tablet or the stylus to do this. It's really hard, like it's shaky. It's really easy for me to misclick and like grab the wrong thing, and because a lot of these draw and side objects, you have to get the very edge of them. It's too easy to not get them right, not hit them right. And so this darker color, then, would probably change that to like a dark gray. Lock that one. Dark gray. Then this would be dark gray as well. Switch this to that. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. And I'll probably change these lines. I'm gonna add like this, kind of the rings that you'd see on a horn, like a buffalo horn or whatever. But we'll make those gray as well. See how this turns out. Actually, let me select them this way. If they're on this top layer, they'll multiply down to what's underneath them, so you'll see through them a bit. So it should have a nice effect. Let's make all these in one go. Yeah, so like that. It's pretty good. We'll just give each one of them a little bit of this. Just a bit. That. Kind of random. No real goal other than just to kind of have these look a bit loose. I feel like this is Charleston mixed with the Muppets. That song. Let's see.
Charleston, everybody loves Charleston. You do, I do. Oh, everybody does. Come on, Charleston, Charleston, everybody loves Charleston. She does, he does, and
All right, let's see. I take these now. Use the little, it's like half circle to kind of anchor them. Stick one underneath each spike. So it'll be like that. Oh, you know what? Let me let's unlock everything. Add in. Can we fit a spike in between each spike, you think? Or does it get too crowded? Maybe not. Take this small spike up here. Oh, actually, I can't use that one because it's behind. I layered this one differently. Might be too busy. We'll see. I don't know. Too busy? Maybe one or two too many? He's a fearsome critter, though. Yeah, let's get rid of... let's get rid of two of them, 2 or 3. And, like, evenly space them out again. It's not too bad. I figured it'd take us about an hour to finish it up. I think we're almost done. Getting pretty close. Then we'll jump over to Photoshop for a hot minute and make the card. We had planned this one out a little bit ahead, so I think we won't have any problems over there. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. Let's save that Hodag. Yeah, we're gonna save here. Just a second. Definitely don't want to lose any work. I'm not as worried about these files as I am the main card file. That's the one that really, when that crashes, it's pretty awful. All right, one last thing. Should we go lighter gray, maybe? Try it since the fingernails are light, kind of the lighter gray, as well as the teeth. I think I like them lighter, like that. Alright, last little bit. Oh, have you guys seen the new Soul movie on Disney? It's really good, like really good. It's a mix of, it's a metaphysical type concept. It's a little bit like Inside Out, and what else would it be like? Yeah, I guess it's close to kind of the Inside Out sort of thing. Yeah, the ghost one. Yep. The animations are so great, though. Yeah, it's really, really good. Loved it. So if you have Disney Plus, go check it out.
Swing tonic, 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 swing tonic.
I feel like we need to make, instead of the so many like splotches, change it to like a fur kind of look. Back down to this one. It's not you. I think that one? Yeah. Let me think about that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use the tablet for this one, actually. So I'm gonna, because he is green and hairy, apparently, let's see if I have anything like that on here. Yeah, so we'll make a, kind of this sort of pattern. The furry little lines, and that's easier to do with the tablet. Just use the pencil, make sure it's set to really smooth. Yep, all the way to the end. Hit OK. I think our line's gonna be like the dark green. Yeah, make sure nothing's selected. And I drop that. Go ahead and put them on the proper layer. Just follow the shape. If it's too heavy, we could just use a lighter, like a lighter green, like something like that. It's real simple. Oh, there we go. That's not too bad. He's so fierce. Alright, let me, yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's add in, imagine there's some, like, I don't want to add another back spike right here, because it's already pretty dense. Just a little bit of this. I think we have it. All right, let me grab some more coffee. I'm gonna hit save. Go get another cup here. So we'll bring this over to Photoshop. We're gonna save it out, jump into Photoshop, and we'll do the whole mirror image rotate thing to create the new king card. The King of Spades, probably. So here's our here's the set so far. We're missing 6, 7. Yeah, we're missing 7. So once we do this guy, we'll have 6 more to do. Looks like one of the I know, totally. Yeah, so he'll probably be here, or I may... He would make a good diamond, though, too. Like, we could move this guy up to the clubs, which we need. And then the Hodag can be king of diamonds, because he's spiky, diamond-shaped. Here, how many green... Let's go by color as well. Get it all on screen for y'all. So we have one green character, maybe two if you include this one. So that's 2 green people in the spades. We've got like, I guess that would be 2 there. 4 green characters in the clubs, and then like 3 green characters in the diamonds. That's not bad. Yeah, he could go up here. He'd fit right in with the color-wise. He kind of completes the row. So I figured, let me grab some coffee, be right back. I'm thinking maybe move him. Anyway, we'll work up the finished card, add him up here, and kind of shuffle some things around. I do want to make another crown-like item. Or another, something like this. For the jacks. So it'll either be like a type of hat, I don't know. Or just like a simple vector. So we have like the queen's crown there, we have like the larger king's crown. But we'll go from there. Alright guys, 1 second, I'll be right back. Yeah, there's jokers. They're gonna be... That's why we have 6 more to do. We have the 2 jokers up here. So they'll be the unique, like, single character without the rotated pattern that we've been doing. Like everybody, I'm taking them and doing like the mirror image for the rotate 180 degrees, kind of blending them together. But the jokers will be treated like the aces, where it's just the large character, and we'll do some kind of graphic to go with it. So like Bigfoot, Alkali Lake Monster, and Popelic Monster. Yeah, larger single piece for the jokers. Anyway. Yep, coming up. Alright, I'll be right back. Go get the puppy on the way there.
I'm in the mood for trouble. Trouble's in the mood for me. No flowers, diamonds, no silver linings. Just let me be free. I'm in the mood for trouble. Trouble's in the mood for me. No flowers, diamonds, no silver.
Oh yeah, the other thing we need to do is the back of the card. We have like a really detailed line art that we'll make for that. So I think we started it the other day, but I'm probably gonna start over on it. This guy turned out good. Make sure we have everything in here. Patterns, whatnot. It looks good. Let's save them out. We'll save file. How have I been doing these? Export for screens. Yeah, Hodag. Luna, you're so chonky. You're an adorable little girl. Alright, so now we hop over to Photoshop. I went to open Photoshop the other day and it completely, like, had no idea what was happening with it. Like, it threw away all the preferences, all the settings. Yeah, I didn't do anything weird either, I just opened it. Strange, though. Alright, let's find my template. So we need this one. I want to update the two things here. I'm going to relink to the file, so everything is a smart object. I'm going to relink, find the Hodag. Let's see, there you are. I like to do a little side-by-side and before and after with the sketch. Okay, you are, let's see, it starts with the word sketch. Yeah, here it is. Good, I think we solved our problem too. So the fingers had to be quite a bit shorter, and you'll see why when we get to the card. Let's put the name up here. Go ahead and mask out the other name. Yeah, I rotated him, or mirror image, flipped him over horizontally. Let's see. Hodag, you go into this folder. DAG, yeah. So this file in particular, all I'm doing is putting them on like this watercolor paper kind of background, make them look a little bit more like hand done, handmade. That's done. Let's jump back over here. Card mockup. This should be the one that we need to, yeah, this is the actual one we're editing. So I'm going to do a new folder here. We're going to make it green, and we're going to place, let's see if we can close this. Go ahead and open up the original full size. And I'm just going to flip out the body here, drag that over, turn it into a smart object. The idea is to line this up as best we can within the middle area, kind of like inside this box. Go, and a little bit of overlap. I think I'll probably have the We zoom in or not? Wait, why isn't Zoom working? I can't zoom in or out. Oh, Photoshop, what are you doing? Okay. There we go. That's so strange. Yeah. Speaking of like Photoshop problems, what was that? So like these parts, maybe I'll have the spike overlap the hand. I really like to tie them together in places to where it has sort of a like a continuous like they're meshed together, or they're blended together, overlapping. Sort of a one unified kind of shape. Looks like maybe the hand, the spike would be in front. What does that look down here? Too bad. Like that. And then this back spike here would just grab this part, make a copy, and move it to the front. May want to line their heads up though better. It's like if we put the two horns together, pull this up. Like maybe it seems pretty even. And then select the folder, come up here, we'll say align to canvas and center the contents of that folder. And the goal is to make let's see, over here, the goal is to make them kind of like bust out of the shape a bit into the border. So like everyone has a little part that kind of sticks out of breaks out of the frame. We're gonna resize it and kind of noodle with it until we get to like this type of thing where we have a little bit of a overlap with the edge of the box. What jackalope almost goes like all the way to the edge. This might be one of those ones that I adjust, shrink just a bit. I don't know. Yeah, there's gonna be like a kind of the fine tuning at the very end, but for the most part, everybody's pretty good. So we jump back over here. This space will be where the suit goes, and hopefully these claws don't extend too far into like this. So we'll see how we did. This will be like the first dry run here. So we'll say save as. We're gonna go with TIFF. No layers in the cards folder, and the reason I'm using TIFF is it needs to be 300 DPI CMYK for the to get these printed. Hodag. Oh, now if we hop back over here, let's see, file place. Just drop it right on the anchor. Oh, it's almost perfect. And then the tail. Let's see, how does that... Oh yeah, it's like right where it needs to be. Okay, so we can actually make it a tiny bit bigger. And then the king's crown is going to be, like the tongue will be wrapped around it a bit. So if we adjust anything with the original art, it may be give us more room in the, like, this area to put a crown in here. As if he's like eating it or spitting it out. Alternatively, we could put it like right on his head, but there'd be like 2 crowns right in the middle. I was thinking to do it like this. Let's see, how would this go? Like somehow have the tongue like wrapped up into the crown. Like cover it like this, and then add another line like right in here. Yeah, I'm using Illustrator. It's art boards, and each card has its own art board. So over here you see all of them. I've got them named by the card. It's like 10 of clubs. And the finished output is going to be a print-ready PDF file, because that's what they'll need to do to make the actual card deck. So high-res, print-ready. Hey Neil, Happy New Year. Good morning. Yeah, Illustrator hurts your brain. Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to. That's for sure. I like the Hodag. Alright, let's make him a little bit bigger. I'm probably gonna adjust the tongue some before we get too far into it. Let's make the tongue go way out and kind of curve. And then the crown can kind of sit in between it. So it overlaps right here. And then the tongue just kind of comes up off to the side. Alright, so we do want to change the initial artwork. And if we jump back over here, we'll have to re-export it and everything. Just like do something like this. Flatten it out. Hey, Sketch Theater. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, and welcome to the stream. Oh, wait. Streaming. Or snoring. I don't know. One or the other. Okay, so that should give us the room we need. The crown's like right here. It can overlap this part. Should we just do this maybe? Just to make sure. So we'll re-export for screens. Hodag, just overwrite it. Replace. Back to Photoshop. These are smart objects, so I need to re-clip it and bring it back over. Masking in AI, yeah. All the different ways to do it. But right here we need to reopen the Hodag. There you are. Oh wait, wrong folder. Probably be smart to leave one of them. Kind of size it up. And we said what, a little bit bigger? Well, like that is probably good. That'll get it, I think. And then we line him up just on the horns like that and scooted him up. That could be good. Let's grab this piece right here. Make a copy, bring it to the front. So now we have like a overlap there a little bit, and a little overlap here. Select the folder. We're gonna line up to the canvas. So that should be dead center. Now we just save it again. Illustrator will update it once we save this out as a TIFF. TIFF, cards, the layers, Hodag, and overwrite.
Je danse la carotte et je mange la cavotte.
Here we go. Then all I have to do is remove the little bits that cover up this part here, which is I only have to do one edit to it because it's mirror imaged. I'm using kind of a transform, some fancy Illustrator stuff to make a duplicate and rotate it down to this corner. So with just one edit, we should get it. Here, go ahead and select that. Transparency. Here's that masking Pearly loves so much. Make mask, turn the clip off, click into the mask. Now any shape that we draw that is black will remove like the part of the original vector shape. Go like that. And this one I'll just draw it manually. Something like this. Gonna go, yeah, we have to go all the way down there. Hey, Digital Flicks, or Digital FLX, good morning. Thanks for the follow, welcome to the stream. Now I'll zoom out and we'll be starting a new illustration here shortly once we get this card sorted out. Really, the general goal is to kind of cover up the parts of this. Let's go, yeah, maybe like that. Add another point in here. So this can come up there, kind of smooth it out some. Masking. Yeah, this is like one of the better ways to do it, I think. Think of it like a regular vector mask. Only we're applying it to this particular shape here. Probably tighten this part up. Let's see how we did. So it should, yeah, I think our illustration is a little bit misaligned. See how close this is down here? Whereas up here, it's has a little bit more room. So perhaps we're not perfectly centered. Let's go ahead and align to artboard and just make sure that's where it needs to be. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust this to have a little bit more room. So we're gonna select that. Let's see this. Get in there. We could change where the mask is too. That might be better. Because it's not quite lined up right. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is move this mask. Yeah, let's fix this first.
And say satellites, social debs, and high satellites, massive glasses, doing the uptown lowdown, where they spend their simoleon just to watch those.
There we go. So we'll cut that. Let's release the mask. Puts everything back to normal. We'll get out of there, and instead of like clicking in here and masking just the shape, I'm gonna mask the whole group. The including the transform. So I think this will work. Let's try it. Make mask. Yeah, see how everything vanished? And then we go clip. Now we can click into the mask. And then if I paste these back in place, it should just put them in the right spot. With the copy, Control F, we're gonna rotate them though. So as long as we're working inside the mask right here, should be able to rotate these down to the other side. And then kind of move them into place. So about like that. Alright, how do we do? You know what, we could actually move him further away so they don't really overlap at all. That would move this part down some. It might be fine how it is. Maybe I'm just getting picky. Here, let's move the crown to the top. We're gonna do the same thing. We'll just rotate this. So let's see. Is that where we want it? Right there. Copy, paste, rotate, turn the guides back on. I'm gonna click on the middle. Spin the other crown up here. That should be in the right spot then. I may want to make the... See how there's a little white outline kind of around them? Like right here. Let's maybe make that a little bigger. And then update the style. Why do we have two styles like that? Let's get rid of that spare, the extra style. Got everybody? Let's bump that one over to the right and left. Alright, cool. Nice, another one. Oh, let's see. Sorry, I haven't been watching chat for the last minute. Thought about making a deck of cards for a while. Can I ask what the benefits of Illustrator is for my process as opposed to holding a Photoshop? Illustrator lets me lay them out. Yeah, you're not breaking my train of thought. This is just for fun anyway. Illustrator lets me lay out the artboards and nicer, and I work a lot with vectors anyway. I find the artboards are speedier, easier to use. When I export it, the export is a little bit cleaner. You can totally do it in Photoshop, but your file's going to be massive. The benefit, one of the other good things about this is I think my file size right now is only like 2 megs. Let's see, where am I at? Yeah. So the card deck is it's not even 2 megs. I'm doing sort of a weird process, I guess. I'm making the illustration first in Illustrator, like all vector. And then I'm bringing that into Photoshop when I'm done and creating the card face as a TIFF. So it's all high res and all. And then I'm bringing that TIFF back in Illustrator and placing it, like importing it as a linked image. So here's all the card art that's just linked and placed. No, that's just the style of art I'm going for. You could totally do this as like not even Illustrator at all for the first part. If I was to do it in Photoshop, like if I was just drawing these guys from scratch in Photoshop so they're not vector, I would probably do the same type of process. Like, so I would do them in Photoshop, and then I would make the card, like the rotated look in Photoshop as well, like I'm doing now. But I'd still probably bring them into Illustrator in their own document. Another way to do it would be to use like what's that other Adobe program? The InDesign. InDesign would probably be the better option than Illustrator. But I don't use InDesign at all. And Illustrator, I do find myself in here like adding like little vectors here and there to kind of round out the card. And typography on a path, I just like Illustrator way more. Yeah, it's not my first, it's my first deck of cards for sure. But the, yeah, just that's, I find this stuff easier to do in Illustrator, whereas InDesign is more like page layout and you're flowing type across like multiple pages and things. Sure, it does all the documents and artboards. And if you had your art all set and you were just importing that and didn't have to do like any work with individual like vector pieces and placement and stuff, InDesign would be really good for that, I think. Photoshop's text editor is pretty awful, but Illustrator, like, we need to do that right here. Let's hit save before anything breaks. But we need to move his name over, so we've got Hodag. I've gotta find room for it. I guess maybe along the leg. Let's find, that's a pretty straight shape, and he's got a short name, so this won't be too bad. So let's scroll around till we find a name that's, yeah, Big Wally's name is pretty straight. We'll grab your name, back over here. Paste Big Wally's name here, let's rotate that. Let's just change it to Hodag. The old Wisconsin Hodag. Down by the foot, that's kind of a good spot. Right about there. Take one Adobe class at a local high school or college in any app. Get a letter from the school, send it to Adobe. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, get the student right. I happen to be using, I had my own Adobe account for the longest time. But I'm using, since we're all working from home now, I work on the same machines that I would work at for work, so I work Adobe. Which is why I'm not on Behance streaming, because it would be under my office account, and I don't want to do that. Copy, paste, and rotate. Let's get this name over on the other leg. Smart objects, why don't you work with the... Oh, it worked here. Sometimes they don't find the center of the image. I'm incredibly curious why this one wasn't quite centered properly. No one's ever going to notice, but you know, when I moved this mask down to here, even though I was going off the very center, it's like it wasn't quite lined up. So, yeah, who knows? Alright, well there's our crown. There's the Hodag. Let's turn that off. Zoom out. I think size-wise, he pretty much matches like the visual weight of everybody. Of all the strange characters like the jackalope here, Wendigo. He's real skinny but has a lot of vertical height, so I'm really trying to balance out like the weight of the art on the cards. I think that's pretty good. I think that'll work. Yeah, they need more packages. Like the only package I would get if I had to like limit it to a few would be Photoshop, Lightroom, and Illustrator. That's literally all I use. Like I barely touch After Effects on occasion. Although I do like all the other stuff, like audio editing. Sometimes I'll do that with not Premiere. That's Audition. That's that one, right? Yeah, Photoshop and Lightroom is its own package. It's either that or like everything. You can have it all for, what is it, 50 or 60 a month now? All that, or only Photoshop, Lightroom. They really cater to the digital photographers. Let's name the same distance as that one. This one in just a bit. There we go, I like it. I wish he was here today from yesterday's chat. See the finished Hodag. Let's bother anyone right there? Maybe we could bump him up. Let's do that. I usually like to sit there and just kind of look at it for a minute to make sure everything's cool before moving on. It's rare that I go back and make edits, but I'm going to try and do this proper. Hodag, TIFF, the layers, save it, replace. It's no big deal. We'll just hop back into Illustrator and hit update, and it'll spread them out a bit. Oh, you know what? That's probably better. Name. We just visually line this stuff up. Yeah, even though they don't have like that overlap, like I think it's fine. Work. This was the hardest one to do that with. It's got like legs everywhere. Yeah, this one doesn't overlap at all either. Okay, I'm good with that. All right, let's save it. Start. Let's do a little quick vector stuff. Let's figure out what to make for the jacks. Do we want to do like another type of hat? If it's a jack, what would a jack's hat look like? So we have a queen's crown, king's crown. What's a jack wear? Do we do like a jester hat? Or do we do something more, I don't know, more silly, like a Robin Hood style hat, or maybe a baseball cap? Just, yeah, Google Hodag. Yeah, oh yeah, so this whole thing, this what we're making is a card deck for all of the North American cryptids, or at least 54 of the North American cryptids. So like Bigfoot, Chupacabra. We have, let's see, all the lake monsters are in here, like Chesapeake Bay monster. We have like the, who else is in here? Minnesota Dogman. I forget what the name of this beer was. I had to look up the can colors for like the cheap Minnesotan beer that they like. Anyway, Bunny Man. We have a map too that we're putting together. Just taking a break here to, let's see, where's the map poster? Yeah. Taking a break to think about what hat to make for the Jacks. Let's see, we can close Photoshop too. Let's save this one, Hodag. Then save and close. Yeah, so we're putting together also a location map of like where everyone lives. We haven't updated it lately. This is going to be after the cards are done. I'll come back to this. But this has all of the, I'll write descriptions for everybody and kind of where they're from. Like their location in North America. Anyway, this one won't be sold on my store. It'll be sold up in like my Redbubble or somewhere. I don't print the posters myself. But the cards will be available in my store. Staff? Yeah, we thought about like a scepter or staff maybe. They could be holding it somehow. This actually works well with the where Charlie's like holding the crown, like tossing it up. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's see. A scepter. Yeah, I mean, it would be a stick with some kind of decorative top. I want it to have the same like visual weight as the crown, same coloring and everything. How would that? Where would it go though? It would just be like floating out in the middle of nowhere for all of them. Actually, a baseball hat might work. So it would be. Put it up here. Baseball hat. This guy would be great with a baseball hat. Like imagine. Let's see, imagine it like this. It's falling off of his head. You know, kind of facing backwards. It's got like that look. I think, yeah, let's try that. Yeah, I guess like the Jack might be the. Well, it can't. You know, you'd think it'd be the Joker, but the Joker's like its own thing. Not sure. Maybe this would be closer to a knight. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, here's the two that are approved. So if we did a third one, let's see, a baseball hat would be like flat. I'd probably want to make it sort of, I'd like to see the bill of it. So let's see if we can make it look right. Really easy to make like the shape. I call the shapes like straight. Let's see if this can ever line up with that other line here. Adjust the size in a bit. That. Go ahead and join those. This is lined up. Let's try. Let me do this. Let's say warp arch, probably. Oh, turn it upside down. Oh, this part?
My head's been busy with the mob and tools. Gaming for hours made me awful. I made some friends since I'm online. We kill each other's with sympathy. I built a team with the
Thinking something like this.
unstoppable. We are level 9. We reached the boss and the level 3. Escaping from the reality. I pull myself out of a real life, and now you can call me a no life. I pull myself out of a real life, and now
Actually,
you can call me
it would probably read better if this was be more up. Like, because this would be the back of it. It's kind of like tucked behind, more like that. But of course we've been changing it now. I should have expanded it first, but it's back over. No, that looks so bad. Alright, hold on. Get around to something here though. The whole thing? Oh, what, this way? I think I want to copy this curve over here. I don't even know if we're going to use this, so we'll at least finish it and then see how we feel about it. What would a knight's hat be, really? Like a armored helmet, maybe? This would probably just be curved a bit more to match this. A bit more sense visually. This way, pull this up. Close enough. Still feel like it's way too tall. That's really not too bad. I wish I had a baseball hat now. Is there a line that runs around the... Doesn't look right. Anyway, let's throw this one out. Let's do this. We'll group it. Let's make it the same like style as the crown. Oh, I need to round out all of the edges there. Let's drag this up and update the crown. There we go. Now everybody should have correct rounded edges. Like maybe the back could be dark and then reverse this, so it's like a hole. Try that. I don't know how these electro swing like club remixes make it into the playlist. There we go. I know, really. It's here's the playlist. Music. My caps was on, I guess. Yeah, it's a Spotify playlist I've been putting together for a while. I was joking when I said I don't know how I made it in there. I probably put it in there at one point. Oh, here we go. This might be kind of the finishing touch for this. Added in just a little bit of something up here. Well, I can think of like a better hat for a knight, or a assistant to the queen. Assistant to the regional queen manager. It's too detailed. Hey, WebDerp. Good morning. Hey, you'll be loco. We finished. Yeah, we finished the Hodag. I was hoping you'd show up. Yeah, good morning. Where are you going, Luna? Yeah, you turned out really good. We got the red eyes. I went through, we added in, I changed like the style of the spikes on the back. So yeah, his card. Right now we're just working on like some kind of like hat or something for the, let's see, where is he? He's up here. Here he is. He's the king of spades. All right, I know you got here just on time. Yeah, so we're working on some sort of like hat because we're doing crowns, I guess. We just wound up happening that way. So all the kings will get a king's crown. We've got kind of this queen's crown. This is more of a queen's crown. We may switch those. I don't know. But like something for the jacks. Yeah, so he's like licking or spitting out whatever he just ate. Oh, maybe a top hat would be good. Smaller version of that. Where my hats? Where'd they go? Down here? There they are. So we had like the baseball hat idea. Guess while we're thinking about it. Scale this one down just a bit. You can put the baseball cap on back. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do with some of them. Like for example, I think it would work. It would work pretty well. Maybe it's falling off of his head. You know, like something like that. We can't actually put it up in the margins because it's gonna get cut off the card. So, but if we keep it in this neighborhood, it's a little janky right here. I guess that's fine. Yeah, but I mean, it seems to work. Like that's, I don't mind that at all. And then this guy too. Put it up here somewhere. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, like it looks great on this guy, and then this one's pretty good too. He looks like a ball player, like a baseball player. The crown's topping instead of the circle could be the suit. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. We'll probably I want to do that with like this dot here, and then on this crown because it's, I think I'm gonna switch them. This is more of a king's crown anyway. Just let me kind of update these. Yeah, I like the baseball cap for now. So this would be the other, like the suits. But if it's a queen's crown, I think what I want to do, so let's ungroup it. Select just this part. Go with the transform, like the distort. A queen's crown would be something more like this. Let's make sure we're about the right size. Yeah, that's a good size. So we could leave those, group it back up, and then hit the effect. You know, kind of like splay them out of it. Smart guides. Do me right here. Yeah. Yeah. And actually come down with them a bit. Right there. Close enough. And then for the, oh yeah, we could put the suit on the side of the hat, like right here. So yeah, that would work. You think the crowns are fine how they are? King, queen? I guess it really doesn't matter. They're both interchangeable. I do like this, like, style better. And since I'm in there anyway. Let's, let me do this. Let's move these out of the way. We don't need those anymore. So we have... make 4 of them. We're gonna do... what do we say, like clubs and diamonds? We'll do like a symbol for each one. Go copy of those. So each hat's gonna have four variants. We could get clever maybe and make a like a symbol for each one. Not like we'll be changing them that often anyway. Okay, so there's the hats. Which means I need to come all the way over here. Mind my wild scrolling. We're gonna grab one of each of these. Oh, you know what? I got smaller ones right here. Take some of these, copy. I'd like to do... just thinking out loud now. Some type on a few things. Let's come in here. Paste them. Size them down. We'll get the... remove the stems. Let's see, take those out. That, and then if we eye drop that style there, oh, this one looks so bad. Let's see, how do we fix that? Maybe flip the, oh, there we go. Yeah, we'll flip the stroke to the outside on these ones. Such like a tight little corner. Actually gonna move them over here. This will be like our working test model, I guess. So if this was on here, it would be... yeah, it'd be about like that. Maybe a tiny bit smaller, or some of these. Oh, you know what? That's why. Flip that one to the outside. I was gonna say, they don't look like to scale anymore. Yeah, so something like that. Get in here and drop this right in the middle. Seems good. You know, I'll need a copy, just like a blank one, just in case. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3. Paste this in and line it up. So that's right. Say maybe remove this part. I think that's alright. Although they're going to be really tiny. Is that the most zoom I can do? The vestigial tail, yeah. Yeah, I guess I guess maybe leave it, because no matter what I do, it's going to change the shape. And I don't want to recut when I have to rebuild it. 'Cause that's not level. And it's extra tiny, so I can't actually zoom in anymore. So we just... Probably good enough. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get the diamond dropped in. Just looking for like the distance between the suit and the stem here. Slide up a bit. About the same height? Yeah, they're more or less the same. Still think this one's a bit low. Mostly because, like, once the stem is removed, they were sized up based on that. Like, they're on that part. So, like, this will also be probably a bit small. Let's come in here. We're gonna do the same thing. We have to chop, like, fix that part. Just in front. Yeah, and I'll probably level them out. Like, just draw a guide. Alright, how far can I zoom in? That's it, huh? This one shouldn't be as bad to adjust because there are enough, like, anchor points along the curve. Inverse duplicate layer. Oh, the wait, what do you mean? Inverse and then duplicate the layer? Let's see, instead of a guide, this thing's lousy with guides. Let's just drag them up here and kind of the tops of them. I'll just use the edge of the artboard to help me line them up. It's there. This one came down just a bit. More zoom, I know. Not enough zoom in Illustrator. It's supposed to, like, go in 10,000% or something crazy. Scale this one down just a smidge. There we go. There's all the suits. Maybe the heart is slightly big. I want to scale it from the top. Just there. Yeah, we'll leave it alone. All right, let me, what do you think? Just the middle one is the suit? The symbol? Do this. I can just copy these now and just paste them into the other shapes. Yeah, just the middle one? Yeah. Copy those. Let's come over here. Since these are pretty much set. Yeah, we'll just center it over the middle. So Control X, get into this group. paste right there in front. Let's make sure it's centered. Guess right about there. That should all be lined up. So let's move this over here. Paste in front. Looks pretty even. All right. Last one. Let's go ahead and move you over to here. There you go. That went pretty well. Yeah. Me likey. Okay, let's. I paste it again. Oh, you know what? Get these ones. So we'll add these to the hat too. The baseball hat. That over here. Scooch them in. Our extra one over here. Oh yeah, see how well that'll work? Let's drop it right in the middle. Here we go. And they're already lined up because I copied them from the top of the other crowns. Yeah, I know. It's like made for it. And paste it in there. Let's get out of there. Diamond time. Over here. That. Paste it in. And I can like maybe move them up a bit, but I think this is pretty darn good for the first attempt. So there's all our hats. Nice. Alright, let's move. Yeah, we don't need that one. We've got spares. Okay, so now we just choose the suit. Diamond. Let's see, we can flip them. We can mirror image and rotate and kind of do whatever. Get them in there. So like that. Copy, paste. Find the middle here. So, give me your middle point. It's so, I wish the smart guides would sometimes cooperate. Turn the DPI down on my mouse. It's really squirrely. Alright, let's see. I want to... I am gonna change him so King will get, because I need to remove these anyway. So King's gonna get this brand. Feel a top hat would be better suited. Yeah, we could try that. But yeah. We can make a top hat.
Love me all around the world, in every country, every girl, kissing them my one intent, in every land and continent, everyone but only you.
Yeah, there's the doggo. They move around, they're nomadic. Look at her, she's just staring at me. Are you tired, Isabel? You can't be. There's no way you're tired. Yeah, so we can make a top hat. This was a fun exercise for those. Oh yeah, that's right. Not that hat. Let's see, we need this one there. It looks a bit more formal this way. So we'll finish the hats on the ones we've got. I'll make the top hat later. We'll revisit it. Maybe the top hat could be on the ace, actually. Give me the center. There it is. Take this down. Alright, so that one's pretty much... Is that a good same distance? Be a touch more? Yeah. So the diamond is like right at the edge of the safe zone. Little can music too. Are the beds shrinking? Yeah. Oh, look at her. Now she just moved again, right? She is a very small dog. Isabel, why are you so tiny? I don't think I've ever seen a smaller puppy. Yeah, see, this looks more like a queen's crown. Right here. the Karen of cryptids. Let's make sure the diamond kind of runs right on the edge. It's close enough, I think. Right through the middle. Here, right through the middle. Alright, that's good. Alright, so let's see. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Maybe a top hat later. Or the top hat could be the ace. Like, originally I had done something like this. Art in the Wild scrolling. I come over here. Like, I feel like these guys need like something, maybe? I don't know. I feel like it adds something. Maybe it's just the suit. Only like big. Oops. Cryptid care, yeah. She asks for your manager first. So, you know, maybe something like that. I don't know, it has like a Sims vibe to it. Anyway, that's an idea. That's a thing. Okay, back over here. Find the baseball hat. What are you, the spade or the club? This one up. So like that, right? That works so well with this guy. Copy, paste, rotate, turn the guides on, find the middle. Close. Should work. Zoom in a bit. I just want to make sure that it kind of runs through the middle of the knob on the top of the hat. Here. Yeah, that's good, I think. That should do it. Let me speak to your manager. And chassis, let's take away your crown. We'll replace it with the lady's crown, which is this one. Looking at it, could be like out here on the end of her ear. I'm really trying I guess that's fine. All right. Let's see. What units? I'm working in centimeters for these. I change it up though. It depends what I'm doing. But these cards are easier to do measurements with centimeters because they're a very clean. Wait, are they? Oh no. Well, they have a bleed and stuff on them. I don't know why I'm working in centimeters, actually. I think I just switched it to that for some reason. I don't remember why. It was easier to do some setup with something, and I never bothered changing it back. Normally, I don't even have the rulers on. And let's get rid of that. These. King's Crown. The super secret, yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Je danse la cavotte et je mange la carotte. Je danse la cavotte et je mange.
It's like he's got this other better hat under his top hat.
La carotte. Je danse la cavotte et je mange la carotte.
The primary difference that selecting like the rulers, you know, the what units you'll be working in, is it helps when you're using effects and things that use calculations. Like if I was to, let's say I wanted to move this over, and I hit like, let's do like object rotate's not a good one. Object, let's see, move. When I go to move something, if you're using pixels, it's easier to type in like 2 pixels to move it. So if you're using inches, probably the worst one to use. You have to like do fractions of things. But if you, one of the things Illustrator does that's really nice is if I wanted to move this over like pixels, you could type in like 12 pixels in here, even though I'm working in centimeters, and it'll translate that to centimeters for you. But it's just, yeah, but if your ruler's up here are already centimeters, then it's crazy because pixels, and you're starting to mix things up. It just gets a little confusing. Actually, I think that hat's in the right spot. Cool. Okay. Wendigo. Yeah, 1 movement up 1 centimeter. Yeah, so if I push, let's see, where's the... I don't know if it works quite like that. I think it does like fractions of it. Actually, I think nudging moves it a pixel. Roll up. Shift. Jumps by 10. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's no magic or reason why I'm in centimeters other than probably the card setup because of the way the templates worked in order to get the card dimensions set. I think they're like almost business card size, like 3.5 inches by like 2.5, sort of. A little bit bigger than that. But the templates I downloaded were in centimeters and just went with it. So if we're covering... Oh, this is the song that has like the trailing like 20 seconds on it. There we go. That's kind of cool. So it's like right on the anchor point in the middle of the head. We should be able to line that up pretty easily. find the middle. If I could ever connect the dots here. There we go. Rotate that over. It's like a little bit off. Always. I wish the smart guides would trigger when I hit the middle of the card. Isabel, shush. Yeah, Doc, hey, yeah, I just saw your message. The dramatic reveal. He's like, "This, you think this is the fancy hat?" And he's like, "I'm the king." Super fancy. I like him. He's like the dapper Bigfoot. Only he's violent. Don't get near him. This one's still bugging me though. Let's see if I can line it up perfectly on the head. Right off the middle. 1, 2, 3, 1. That. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, that's lined up. Alright, you guys are set. Nice. Okay, up. Let's do. I love this. Okay, we need to remove your crown. Switch it with the proper one. Just like that. Kind of liked how it overlapped, so give it a little bit more dimension, but I think this is okay. Yeah, line it up with this guide and then bump it down by like 2 maybe. Yeah, it looks right. Like if we made this one right side up. I don't want to put them both in the middle, it'd just be like 2 crowns back to back. I guess that's okay. Okay, yeah, right there. Alright, Queen Charlie. Let's delete the crowns. Let's add your good crown. Top one first. Yeah, a little gray box when you hovers over a shape that has the X and Y spots. Make a note of where they are, nudge once and compare. Yeah. No, it should always be there. The little XY. I don't think that's it's probably an option, but I think it's always on by default. I've never had to look around to turn that on. It's always just been there and it's never bothered me. In the middle here, come down here. In your back to back. Get over 1 pixel. And so there we go. Spin that over. Yeah, that transform felt good. Okay. We got it. Alright, now for you. So this one is the same color as the hat. The line work we did on the hat. No, this whole thing uses like a really limited palette. We're bound to run into the the same colors. Look at her. You missed your bed. You totally missed. It's like that way, just like 2 feet. Are you pouting? You're so pouty. What do you think? Cover the ears? Flip this over. Maybe it's like... over here. Actually, that's not bad. Maybe right there. What do you think of that? Top of the wing? Oh yeah. Yeah, let's try that. Like it's hanging off the back of his wing. Oh, what about on his tail? Like the tip of his tail. Actually got some options. The top of the wing? Okay. Yeah, I'm good with like a bunch of different ones on this. Works a little better. The top wing or this one? Looking at it, right about there. Do these need to be a tiny bit bigger, you think? See, how do they, size work? Oh, they're about right. They're just a bit on the not tall side. Tail for sure. Did you like the tail better? Almost this tail kind of looks like a hand. I don't know, what do you think? There or up here? Or up here. So many possibilities. Probably no for that one. I'm good with either of these. I don't know what you all think. I heard squeaky yawn. Be like on his wing, like that. Hey, Sketch Theater. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Go get your dinner. Yeah, I stream every weekend, so every Saturday and Sunday. We'll be doing this for probably a couple more weeks until I get this deck of cards completed. So we have 6 more illustrations to do, plus the back, plus the box design. And I'm hoping to actually get some more illustrations done off stream, so make progress, you know. Yeah, they'll be like regular deck of cards, probably like 12 US, $12 US, maybe 10. Just depends how many I order up front. Will determine how much they're gonna they'll run, but they're not going to be like crazy, like $20 a deck or anything. Yeah, I can ship to the UK. We'll just need to figure out like I'll need to figure out some shipping for that. Hat backwards between head and wing. Oh, like up here? Like just off the ear? I think it covers a lot. So that's a maybe. Like I thought just like up here isn't too bad. But it really like gets lost a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I'll look up shipping because occasionally I do ship over there, but it's mostly like smaller things that can fit in an envelope. Slanted down more. Oh, okay, let's see. Let's get in closer. It's actually not too bad. Oh, what do you think of that? More? Just like rotate it completely down like this. Oh yeah, I hope your landlord fixes the roof. It kind of looks weird. It's in a sensible location. Like that's where a hat would go. Oh, I hear you, Isabel. I keep wanting to like pull it back up to the top of his head. And I get to like, it's two little hairs which I don't want to lose. And it starts to get in the way. There. Really. This is like little finishing touches that take the longest. And now it looks like the letter P, sort of. So I don't want to tilt it too far. Yeah, I think let's just put it back on the tail for now. We move it around later. I'm sure there's gonna be. Let's drop this one back here. Kind of like he's like spinning it around on his tail. Let's go ahead and apply it to the other side. Okay, how do we line it up? This one is right on the edge of the... like one mouse cursor down from here. This is kind of right on the guide. So it's about the right distance. I'd say that's pretty close. Close enough. Alright, hat. You've got your hat. Everyone's got their hats. Good. All these are good. Alright, let's save that before we crash and lose it all. You're gonna have it on the head, have it forward facing on the ear to your left, or just keep it on the tail. Yeah, the tail looks good. Yeah, otherwise if it was up here it would be it's like normal, something like this. Yeah, it's just like normal hat. Or maybe between them like that. I don't know. Which also kind of works. The tail though is fun. Alright, we'll leave it on the tail. Let's come back to here. So the next illustration, let me just save that again, just for safety's sake. Getting the side eye. Luna, what is it? Saved. Hodag. Let's see. Let me hit save on this again just to make sure we've got it. So next illustration will be. Get the sketch. Get the thing set up here. State template. Open. Oh yeah, not many people. Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, this is... Let's do this for fun. We're all learning. So yeah, suggestions, absolutely. We all learn when we all interact. Let's, yeah, because I don't have all the answers anyway. Let's see. Go to Skinwalker. I'm going to replace this. So we have 5 new ones to pick from. I'm thinking... Let me just open the folder. Okay, so possibilities for the next illustration. We've got the melon head. This fellow here. We have Memphrey, who's another river monster or lake monster. So that's one of those two. We've also got through here Mini Washitu. He's sort of like the reminds me of the one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater, except he's like a one-eyed buffalo unicorn monster thing. Those North Dakotans and their weirdos. They're weird monsters. Okay, so there's that guy. We also have, let's see, I know there's 2 more in here. Oh, the Tennessee Wildman, who's going to be another like skunk ape, like Florida, original Florida man. And then I think the last one on the list is Tahoe Tessie. This one. Again, another river monster. North America's lousy with the river lake monsters. So I'm thinking next stream will maybe this guy or this guy. Yeah. Probably this guy. We like doing the butts on the stream. So yeah, so that'll be next stream, and then in the meantime, I'll probably work up some like one of these 2 or both of them, just to get some progress. Oh, that's sweet. Is that all vector? Mini Washitu? Okay. Yeah, we'll do this one next stream then. So he'll be like the, he's kind of like a buffalo unicorn monster thing. Yeah, that's sick. I love that. It's like vector at least. So much detail. So shiny. Yeah, very cool. Isabel, are you crying? Cry baby? Alright, well let's call it there. Thanks for sharing, everybody. We finished the Hodag. And yeah, WebDerp, did you message me? I'll send you the Hodag file if you wanted to do something with it. So I can send you this illustrator. Person that made the Android did it with the BMW motorcycle. Oh, what? Crazy. Girls. This is like they're waiting for me. They know when the stream is over. Luna, you're underneath the chair. You're underneath the chair. Your sister. Alright guys, I've got to go. I've got to take them out. You want to go outside? Luna, you want to go outside? Nope. There goes the phone. Alright, all. Have a good weekend. I will see you next Saturday, same time, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. WebDerp, yeah, send me your stuff. I don't even know what happened. Yanked the phone. Tripped on the cord. Alright, guys. Next week.